Majesties. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for returning. Trust you and yourself well. And you love yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you my still subscribers. You're loved, celebrated, and of course appreciated. The Russia of today is not the Russia of yesterday. According to Wole Soyinka, I believe a lot of us know who he is. One of the voices in Nigeria. And a lot of youth look up to him. A lot of people look up to him. And these are his opinions about Russia. And his judgment is based on what's happening in Ukraine or what happened in Ukraine. And he's saying that Russia is a bully. Anyway, I want to roll in the information so that we listen to him. And you also leave your thoughts there at the section. What do you think about Putin? What do you think about Russia? Just a little, just to refresh your memory a little bit, we are aware that the world had painted Putin to be a bad person, painted Russia to be a very wicked nation, ruling a little country like Ukraine. And I remember when we were also in support of this, believing that Ukraine, Russia is the enemy, is the bully. And not until some recent years, after analyzing some things happening and seeing for ourselves how the war in Ukraine progressed, we got to know that, it's just a propaganda, just for the world to see Russia, to see Putin as a bad person because they are trying to cover something. They're just trying to, paint him as a wicked man for a reason. We are all aware that it is still after the first phase of the war, we saw the secrets that Putin exposed to the world. Remember the whole melanated Yeshua issue that, heated the internet? Everybody were like, oh my goodness. So these have been a secret hidden in some vaults, in some archives in Russia. And some of the secrets that the West would not want Russia to expose. And gradually we got to understand that there's a whole lot of information that Putin has, a lot of secrets about the West that he knows, and I think they are aware that he has a key to destroying their sovereignty. And that's alone, that exposure alone went a long way in destroying the power. There's this power white supremacy have. It affected white supremacy power. If you all would bear witness and agree with me, it did affect white supremacy power.
Putin Vladimir decided that this is a good time for him to open one of the oldest vaults that he has been holding on for so many years. Now, if you ask me, where did he get the vault? I don't know. Why did he have it? I have no idea. But what I'm going to say is this. It's one of the oldest vaults that holds basically some of like the most important, art as far as portraying to religion and who Jesus was and how Jesus looked like. So he decided that this is a good time to open it. Mr. Putin. Let me tell you why this is going to ruff up some feathers, especially in the religion community and in the Christianity community. You're trying to tell a group of people that their Jesus was not black. You're trying to tell a group of people who truly believe that Jesus was white. For those who doesn't understand how religions have played into, specifically Christianity have played into colonization and have made it possible and created access for colonizers to go to other countries and conquer. For those who doesn't know, Jesus was black, Hey, I mean, I knew that because in the Bible, it literally described him as a brown person with the, our type of hair with like a woolly, fussy hair. So the white Christian is about to be upset. Ooh, but I'm here for it. I want to hear more.
They became angry. And it was after that, some good number began to see the other side of Putin, the other side of Russia, and their interest in this whole war and their involvement in it. And here we are having an intelligent, educated, exposed man, advanced in years. He has the education, he has the exposure, and he's letting us know that Russia is the enemy and the West is the best. when we are seeing a different story in the recent happening in Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali, the whole of the Sahel, we got to know that the West is the bully, the West is the one that milk out of Africa, the West is the one that don't want to see Africa grow and develop. And then we have this man who is still insisting that Russia is the problem. Let's listen to this real quick and then we take it over there, man.
Russia of today is not the Russia that sided with African liberation. This is not the same country. This is a feudalistic, terrorist-led nation. Putin is not Gorbachev. Putin is not even Stalin, the arch criminal. Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union, but Ukraine is now a sovereign state and is populated by human beings, not animals. Russia is the aggressor. Why are we pretending? What is this sense of obligation? If we permit that, we must not complain if on the African continent a force chooses to recolonize, to re-enslave us. We cannot drop a set of chains and then, as mature people, put our necks in another bunch of chains. Liberation should be total, should be continuous, should be sustainable. There's autonomy, there should be pride in being independent people. We do not need just to tie ourselves to the bandwagon of any nation any longer. It doesn't matter what credentials they offer.
That was information, and there is a word that's like it's echoing, and that's where it is. Russia is the aggressor. Now, according to him, he said Russia is the aggressor. What do you think? Do you think Russia is the aggressor, or you have your own opinion? Leave it there in the section. I'm going to read out some comments that some people have about this discussion. Now, there are some comments here. One of them said Showinka is a hypocrite. He never condemned Israel's action towards Palestine, but he is condemning Russia's action towards Ukraine. So, according to some persons, he's a hypocrite. So, if he had condemned Russia and Putin, he should condemn Israel and Netanyahu. What do you think about that? Another person said, this man is the real enemy of Africa. Do you think Wole Soyinka is an enemy for what he said? Leave your comment there in the section. Okay? And there are some other persons who said, after being in America for the whole of his life, now he thinks like an ordinary American. But you want to convince us to be bent on Americans because America, which took our ancestors, is not of today, right? These are other questions. And then somebody said Russia never colonized Africa. Another person said he's a puppet, so you want Ukraine to join NATO. How can you guarantee safety of Russia? You know, a lot of comments are there, and the reason why I felt like I also want to listen to your own comments is because of this comments here. A lot of persons here do not really support his stance against Putin and Russia, or he's saying that Russia is a problem. A lot of persons do not support it. And what do you think? What do you think, Your Majesty? This, like I said from the beginning, this man has the exposure. This man has the education. This man has the age. He's advanced in years. He had lived long enough to understand the struggle of Africa. He had lived long enough to understand geopolitical wars, geopolitics and everything. And he still have this opinion. Was he bought? Is there a reason why Wole Soyinka have thoughts like this? What do you think? Leave your comment there at the section. But the truth still remains, like I told you from the beginning, the world had made us believe to hate Russia and believe that Russia was the enemy. Russia is the green. We hated Russia, we hated Putin. And recently, with recent happening, we got to understand that there's a lot more behind that wicked man that they have portrayed to the whole world. And personally, I delve into understanding this whole game. There is no leader that will sit idle waiting for you to come destroy his nation. Putin is doing everything to protect his nation, just like Trump doing everything to protect his people for the interest of his people. He kicked out melanated, kicked out Africans, kicked out those he need to kick out. This is the same thing that Putin is doing. So what is the difference between what Putin is doing and what any other leader would do? Protecting the interest of their people. Leave your thoughts and opinion there in the section. I'm going to see you in my next one. Until then, that is so. Nevertheless, stay safe, stay positive, always your majesties.
I don't ever slow up, no, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patent it. Being negative, you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I can roast, I can gas. Think I'm okay at that, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be invincible.
Just